Okay, let's go.
So what if I told you there's one single skill that could put you ahead of 90% of your peers? We're talking a skill that can boost your career, your income, and even your relationships. Well, today we're diving into the blueprint for that exact skill, communication. Let's get right into it.
Seriously, just let that sink in for a second. The source material for this explainer makes it super clear. Confident communicators don't just get by, they get ahead. We're talking better jobs, more income, stronger connections with people. It is, without a doubt, one of the most powerful skills you could ever build. Now, check out the simple economics of this. Especially if you're under 25, the demand for people who can communicate with confidence is through the roof. But the supply, it's incredibly low. And that gap means you don't even have to be some world-class public speaker. Just being good at it gives you this massive advantage. It's, and I mean this literally, a modern-day superpower.
Okay, so if it's so valuable, what's holding us back? Well, a lot of the time, it's not actually a lack of ability. It's a crisis of confidence. And sometimes that crisis can start with just one single story, one moment in time that creates a blockage.
The source for this explainer shares this really personal story. At just 12 years old, he was the school captain, a confident public speaker, the whole deal. But then, only a few months later, a single bad experience in his first relationship started planting these little seeds of jealousy and suspicion. And that one event, it just spiraled. It turned into this deep-seated anxiety that completely shattered his confidence and torpedoed the communication skills he used to have. His whole perception of himself changed, and, you know what? His voice just followed right along.
And that story perfectly sets up the main framework we're going to use to understand all of this. It's a really simple but incredibly powerful metaphor that can help you figure out what's holding you back.
So before we break down this model, just take a second here and ask yourself, you know that feeling when you get that lump in your throat, that hesitation to speak up, where's that coming from? What's really causing that?
Okay, so here it is. It's called the pipe and gunk metaphor. I want you to imagine that your ability to speak is a pipe, and the quality of what you have to say, your ideas, your personality, your humor, that's the water that flows through it. But all that other stuff, the anxiety, the fear of being judged, the insecurity, that's the gunk, and it's clogging up the pipe.
And here's the part you really got to get. You could have the most brilliant ideas in the world, we're talking crystal clear water, but if your pipe is all clogged up with that gunk, nothing's getting through. So what does that mean? It means the number one goal isn't always to have better things to say. A lot of the time, it's about clearing out the blockages that are stopping you from saying them in the first place.
So how do we actually do that? How do we clear the gunk? Well, the source material gives us a plan. We're going to look at 4 really practical strategies. 2 of them are for clearing out that gunk, and the other 2 are for improving the quality of the water itself.
All right, here's the 4-step blueprint. We're going to start with your inner game, which is all about setting the right intention. Then, we're going to work on your inputs by reading more. After that, we boost our confidence through our appearance. And finally, we build the actual muscle through practice. Let's break them down one by one. Okay, step 1 is all about your why. Think about it. If you walk into a conversation trying to get validated, trying to impress somebody, you create this weird, awkward tension. It just doesn't work. But if your only intention is to genuinely connect with the other person, just to learn about them, all that pressure just vanishes. The conversation flows because the focus is on connection, not on performance.
Step 2 is about improving that water quality. And the way we do that is by reading. This does 2 amazing things. First, it obviously expands your vocabulary, giving you more tools in your toolbox to say exactly what you mean. But second, as you're reading, you're mentally rehearsing the flow and structure of good sentences. It's like practicing communication inside your own head. It's a total cheat code. All right, step 3 is about clearing out the gunk by improving your appearance. And let's be super clear here. This has nothing to do with vanity. It's all about the internal feeling of confidence that you get from taking care of yourself. Simple stuff, really. Wearing clothes that fit well and make you feel good, getting a haircut, sleeping better, eating clean, all of that sends a powerful signal to your own brain that you are worth investing in. And when you feel more confident, you just naturally communicate more confidently. And finally, step 4. This might be the most powerful one of all. Practice. The source material shows his first videos, and his delivery is so hesitant, so uncertain. And then you see him now, and it's fluid, it's confident, it's night and day. That change didn't come from some magic trick. It came from thousands of reps. The takeaway here is so simple. Just talking to a camera for 5 or 10 minutes a day, even if nobody ever sees it, is an absolute game changer for your confidence.
So let's pull all this together. Let's build your own personal blueprint right now. We've identified the problem, we have a framework to understand it, and now we have 4 concrete things you can do about it.
If you remember one thing from all of this, let it be this. Being a great communicator isn't something you're born with. It's not some fixed personality trait that you either have or you don't. It is a skill. And just like any other skill, it can be diagnosed, it can be practiced, and it can be improved by anyone who's willing to put in the work.
So as we close this out, I'm going to leave you with this question. Take a real honest look at your own communication pipe. What's the biggest piece of gunk that's holding you back? Is it that fear of what other people will think? Is it some nagging insecurity? Maybe it's that need for validation. Figure out what it is, and then decide what's the very first step you're going to take to start clearing it out, starting today.